Hello. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Back and Forth with Jaime and Gerald. This amazing person is Jaime, Wandering Mountain Bardic Path. I'm Tarot Stash. Gerald. In
case you didn't know.
I mean, there's a snort. So, okay, so today, Jaime and I are responding to hashtag Tarot5Ws.
Yes.
Which has been created by
Brian Cormac Carr.
So there you go. Links are below. Prompts are below.
Go watch his blooper video because it's hilarious.
I haven't watched that one yet.
I watched it very early this morning and I'm like, okay.
There you go. Well, and I have to say, you and I planned this. Was it Brian posted the hashtag Tarot5Ws, and I was like, Jaime, what do you feel about doing this? And you were like,
it was right after it. Yeah,
it was right after it. And then Chris from Elemental Cartomancy tagged me in his response. Audacity to do that. And that's okay because Chris is on with me on Thursday when I am doing overly complicated readings. So Chris actually helped me figure out how to set up my overhead camera.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
So he gave me some good advice. So I'm going to see how it works.
Yay.
How it works.
That'll be great.
Yeah. So mark your calendar for that. And by the way, Jaime and I are doing another back and forth on Thursday, and we're calling it the Thankful episode, and we're talking about gratitude. So, how's that?
It'll be cool.
Yes, and so you're good. What do you got to drink other than coffee?
I don't know what this kind is, but it's good.
Okay, is it caffeinated?
Yes.
Okay. Just
I realized that my coffee pot does this thing that I've never had any other pot do before. When you put new water in it and the little power button is on, even though it's just been sitting there warming, if you put water in it, it'll start the things. And it's like, wait, I don't have coffee in. I'm in a little bit of mess to get this cup of coffee.
Okay. But you're an adult. You cleaned it up, or did you leave it for Steven to clean up?
No, I didn't leave it for Steven to clean up.
You're not me. So.
Fair. Sorry, Jeffrey. You married him.
Yeah, I did marry him.
No, he married you.
Yeah, okay. Plucky is here. Hi, Plucky. Beth is Ozzy Rising. And Kaylee is work lurking.
Worker lurker?
Waiting for the snow we're supposed to get to start. How much snow are you getting, Kaylee?
We already got our first snow.
So, and Lori Alley is here. Hi, Lori. Good to see you again. And Peacock Rainbow is here, who used to be Flower Beauty. So, and Kat Evans is here. Hello. And Mousy, hello.
Hi.
And Robin.
Hey, Robin.
Oh. I was the first to jump on the bandwagon, overachiever. So good to see you, Robin. And Jonathan Daly is here. Hi, Jonathan.
Aloha.
Aloha. And Robin has called us Mr. Back and Ms. Forth.
Okay.
That could work. I mean, that could be.
Work with that.
Can we be a crime fighting scene? Crime fighting show?
Mm-hmm.
Can we be crime creators?
Not creators, investigators.
Yeah. Investigators. Okay.
I'd like to not wear prison orange.
Kristen is here. Hello. Oh, and Beth said I'll be baking bread and making pecan sweet potatoes on Thursday and prep for late Thanksgiving. So
yes, you will have. Yep.
You'll have the company.
Yep.
There you go. Depending on the time on Thursday dinner, there you go. It's at 1 p.m. Eastern. No, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 Pacific.
Yep.
Michelle Krantz is here. Hello.
Hi.
Sherry, Voices from the Swamp is here. So everybody say hi to Sherry, and I'm going to make Sherry jealous. 5 to 10 centimeters over the next 36 hours. The snow. Okay. So, look, Zane is here. Tarot Token Witchery. Good to see you. Scorpio Mama is here. Hi, Scorpio Mama. And just getting caught up. Ruler says 4 inches. I'm just going to let that one sit there. I'm going to leave my tiny hands over there since I'm on with Jamie. So, just getting caught up. So caught up. Yeah, I know. I can do this.
That's my favorite one.
Yeah, I like that one too. How do you do the balloon? That balloon thing?
It's an iPad thing, Robin.
Well, there's lots of things to do that, and lots of things that I could do. And if I were at a club listening to your music, this might be what I see. Or we could be outside listening to a live concert.
Are you done yet?
I won't tell.
He won't tell.
Yeah. For snow is pretty. I'll see plenty in January. Oh yeah. So, all right. So we have these prompts again. You wanted to say some things about Brian.
Oh, I just really like him a lot. He's super smart, and yeah, I've enjoyed his stuff for a long time. And then he was on hiatus for a while, and then you kind of had to dig for things. And yeah, I like him a lot. Not that it matters, but he's just enjoyable. I like listening to him too. So
nice. So the premise of this is there are 5 W's, and we're going to answer those 5 W's. We are going to piggyback on part of the way that Chris from Elemental Cartomancy did it.
Yep. He set it up really nice.
Yes, he did. So we're doing the who. And I'm going to put this back up there. So who first turned you on to tarot?
My mom. I was 16, I think, 15 and a half, 16 years old.
Did you want to say anything else about that?
No. I have other who answers.
I was first turned on to tarot by Trixie, she was the person who, she's one of the 3 people we studied the Robin Wood Tarot together. And I've told this story before. She wanted to get a tarot deck, and she's like, well, which one should I get? And I'm like, the one that the deck wants to come home with you. So it was Trixie. So
very cool.
So there you go. And Plucky has got their notepad out.
Nice.
So there you go, Plucky, and you can do it too. So that was who first turned me on to tarot in a more serious way.
Cool.
So okay, who's your favorite tarot author?
This is a boring one. I don't have one. Okay.
Because
I I collect all of the books. I don't have a favorite.
yeah.
I guess if I had a favorite, it would be my mom. So
Okay.
yeah, so I don't have mass market. I don't have a favorite.
Okay.
You? Who's your
Um,
favorite?
I think for me, I am a huge fan of Robin Wood. Everybody knows that.
Yeah,
Uh,
duh.
yeah, duh. But I am actually a big fan of Corinne Kenner. So she created the Wizard's Tarot, not the new version of the Wizard's Tarot that is out, but Corinne Kenner of the Wizard's Tarot, illustrated by John Blumen.
Hmm.
I like the way she approaches it, and
Mhm.
um, it makes sense to me. It flows very nicely. That being said, there are a whole bunch of great authors out there. I mean,
Yeah,
Benabel
there's
Wynn.
ton. Mhm.
So, I mean, Corinne Kenner, Mary Kay Greer, um, Jamie, Wandering Mountain Bardic Path, Tarot Stash, Gerald, you know, stay tuned. So, anyhow, all right.
Oh yeah, Jamie Elford for sure. Yeah.
Trixie is my friend who, I created my Robin Wood tarot deck, the one that I mix people with. So I mixed Trixie, another friend, and we connected it. So good friend. Ah, look, there you go. Hello, Mr. Sweetie. That would be me.
Hmm.
And my favorite Jamie and all the wonderful chatters. There you go. Peacock Rainbow mentioned Doreen Virtue. Lori mentioned Barbara Moore. Yes. Corinne Kenner and Robert in Place. Yes, I agree.
I
Very
love me
true.
some Robert.
Very, very true.
It did
And
work for you. Ha!
I know. I'm like, and what the hell?
I
It's
know.
like,
I saw the puzzle. There you go.
I think it's because if it's down here, it doesn't work.
Yeah, maybe.
So people are saying hi to Jeffrey. Tom, Early Ritual is here. Hello. Good to see you. Jamie Elford, tell me, Jamie.
She like writes a lot of the guides. I believe she lives up in Portland. She's a friend of Jonathan's. She works for Los Scarabeo writing guides.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Sasha Graham. Yes. Sasha
Bendov.
Graham is quite Bendov. Do I know what Bendov has created?
You should. It's like the ultimate Marseille kind of.
Oh, okay. And Osho Zen.
Okay.
Sasha Graham. Great. Okay. Jamie is keeping us on task. Who is your favorite deck creator?
Kelly Fitzgerald.
Kudos to Kelly Fitzgerald of The Truth and Story.
Second would be Benabel Wen. Third would probably be Malmir. Fourth would be Jamie Sawyer, but that's not really 1, 2, 3, 4. I like them all equally.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. I am a big fan of Jamie Sawyer. Since you mentioned that, I have gotten multiple ones of their decks, and I really,
Yeah, this would be a big one of those for me.
yeah, yeah. I mean, really, really, very true. So, um, and
There's a sale on their website right now. Purchase responsibly.
yes, purchase responsibly, know your limits, everyone. But I think, and again, the Robin Wood, but Benabel Wynn. I love that when an author is also the image creator.
Yes,
I appreciate that.
immensely.
So, Tom said, whoever wrote and compiled the Terra Volatile book.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I don't have that one. That is one that has been suggested to me because apparently the Two of Pentacles looks like me.
Yes, it does.
So, and Beth said mine are probably Lisa St. Croix and MJ just bought the
Based.
based on the number of decks I have of them of
Yep.
theirs. Yeah.
Yep.
So, so the other who is your favorite tarot character?
Well, when it's there, the snail in the Nine of Pentacles is my favorite tarot character.
I love that. Yes. That's so true.
Mhm.
That's so true. And it needs to be there. Yeah.
I chuckled last night when I was sitting downstairs with the bird and the Doberman's head in my lap, and that I read that and I was like, oh, well, that's easy. The snail. And Steven's like, the snail? What?
Which is one of the things you and I've talked about this. You look for this. You look for the
Mhm.
snail in it.
I do.
So, yeah.
Oh, those are good ones too, Jonathan. That is true. Anna
Yeah.
Turayan, Julie Kushia Watts, you bet. And Chris
Mhm.
Ann. Yep, you bet.
Yep.
Mhm. Fabulous.
And the Terra Volatile has a whole alchemical thing, Gerald.
That's true.
I know it's on my list. It's on my list. Plucky Heroine said, my limits are closer to, well, synonymous with suggestions.
Nice.
And Lori said, I'm a big fan of the Fool's Dog and whatever bird turns up in the Nine of Pentacles.
Oh, nice. Oh, I like that. What about yours?
I'm a big fan of the Two of Pentacles. We know that I love the Two of Pentacles. But boy, the Two of Pentacles has to be looking like they're actually balancing things. That it was just captured in a moment.
You want to see a dude seriously annoyed? Show him a Two of Pentacles that looks slightly wrong. And that just means not balancing. Yeah.
Not balancing. That being said, I'm a huge fan of some of the Tarot de Marseille Two of Pentacles because beautiful art. Beautiful art.
Yeah.
Nalani is here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love the dog that shows up in the tarot, the Darkness and Light.
Yes.
Nalani is here. Hello. So, and I feel very cheated when the Fool isn't shown with a dog or cat.
Interesting.
Okay.
I love that. All right.
So there we go. And okay, so now we're moving on to the what. So, what do you most love about tarot? I'm going to go first because I've made you go first all of the time.
I just love the flow of. But whatever, go ahead. Crack the club. Crack the flow. It's all good. I'll take a drink.
This section of the video is brought to you by the word conundrum. Everyone say it with me. Conundrum. Conundrum. An intricate and difficult problem. No conundrum here. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channels. Conundrum.
I am not difficult.
No, I am. I'm the difficult one. I'm the difficult one. Oh my goodness. Well, there you go.
That was cute.
So Mousy said only have 2 decks, an Oracle and 1 Tarot. That's all.
Awesome.
Lori's like on Mousy, I only had 1 deck for 20 years.
Yep. Same.
I love a well-used deck. It's great. It's
all
great.
right.
All right. So what do you most love about tarot? I love how tarot for me is a key that opens a doorway for me to trust my intuition and get messages from divinity. We'll call it that.
What I love most is that nifty feeling you get when your intuition kicks in and you know you're right.
Oh, yeah. Like that. I like that. Robin said,
and I don't mean know you're right, like, you know, that's not what I mean.
No, you really get that connection.
Yep.
I understand that. Which one's the conundrumer? Ooh. That would be Jamie. That would be Jamie. So, um, oh, and Jeffrey goes, that would be Jeffrey. What's your currently most used deck, Jamie?
That would be the Pacific Northwest.
Mm-hmm.
My husband got this nifty little Oregon bag for me.
Nice.
Yep. It has my favorite tower and my favorite significator card. And I love it. I've had it for a while.
I love that.
I love the way it feels. And you missed it because you were looking down, but I was sniffing.
Deck sniffers unite. It's all good. It's all good. So okay. So probably my currently most used deck is the Sasarabito, the Tiny Traveler.
Mm-hmm.
This is one when I'm doing readings online, I'm invariably pulling it out.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's one that I have, and we talked about this before. It's one that I use for my yes/no questions.
Yes.
So, that the other one that I love, and I love to do it for readings, is the Out of Hand Tarot by Jamie Sawyer, which is currently out of print.
Yes.
So, but
it won't be printed again.
It won't be printed again. So, but I love it, and the reason I love it is because it's so easy to see in the deck to put a person in it.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah. So, and take the word. Just took. You're welcome. And it's like a spark. Knowing I'm right, like my intuition is working. Yes.
Correct. Exactly, Beth.
Nalani said most use. Oh no, wait a minute. Nalani said I should have that one being in Washington.
Yeah, it's pretty groovy. I mean, all the animals and stuff. It's not. There aren't people in it. It's just animals and trees and bugs and stuff.
I do not know the Soul Sparkle Tarot.
Neither do I. I think I was just thinking that myself. I'm like, I'm gonna have to go look that up and refresh my memory.
Light Seers, yes, I have that one. I enjoy that one. Gentle Tarot, I have that one. I haven't used it in a while. And I'm using Raven's Dream for Haxa and Tarot of the Witch's Garden.
Nice.
So
I have all of those right here. Boop boop.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Part of it is it's like, okay, I just need to look around me.
Yeah.
So, all right, what's your favorite tarot tool or technique?
I was thinking the other day that I needed to get some kind of, I don't know, other thing. I'll explain. Obviously, I'm not explaining well.
I'm like going, yes. Do you need me to pop up? Do you need me to pop up another word to give you time to finish that thought?
No, like a casting board. But like I have these. I have this big old casting book, and I love it, and it's fantastic, and it helps me kind of, lay my thoughts out or choose the spread that I want. I love this one. I'm not a big, huge Rider-Waite person, but this is one of my favorite tarot tools. Not necessarily a technique, but
that's cool. Yeah. One of my favorite tarot tools is my pen, because I write my
everything down.
I do write everything down, but
you're a clever fellow.
I think my favorite tarot tool is just to write it down, and because it helps to, when I write it down, it helps to incorporate it for me into my brain. Jeffrey said, anybody else have a deck that you love and use often, but just stop speaking to you for a while?
Yep.
And
I've had that happen.
Yeah, Beth said yes, for sure. Hudes, Hoods Tarot clams up on me every so often. I also have to be in a certain mindset to work with the good tarot. And Lori said, yes, for whatever reason, Aquarian tarot just wants to be left alone now.
It happens.
Yeah, yeah. And Tom, Early Ritual, said, Mia, I am is my most current used. I don't know that deck.
No, I don't either.
That's curious. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that was our favorite tarot tool and technique, which, that being said, yeah, there you go. I'm just, I was just, I was going to get deep and philosophical, and I'm looking, no, I'm not going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. So when did you first encounter tarot?
Well, 12 or 13, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. At a witch's house. The witch who shall not be named because she's a fake. She's a
Oh, I remember you talking about that. Yes.
Channeler. That is
channeler.
If you take, so I'm gonna go on a soapbox. Here's my little soapbox, okay? If you take Betsy Palmer, medium Betsy Palmer, and you watch her and you listen and you really just get the things, and then you compare it to this woman. Betsy, thank you for being real and genuine. I love you for it. You've given me faith in channeling medium people. Well, John Edward gave me faith in that too a long, long time ago, but thank you, Betsy, for being in my life and giving that to me.
There you go. And if Betsy, you watch this back, thank you. I agree. I'm especially grateful for that. So
yeah. And you?
I don't remember. And I can't blame Trixie on it. I think it was earlier than that. It was probably in some movies. I know a whole bunch of people were talking about a James Bond film.
Okay.
And I can't remember. Was it Live and Let Die? No. Anyhow, I don't remember, to be honest with you. I don't remember. So, all right. So let me get caught up with the chat, because good chat. 13-year-old visiting my witchy aunt.
Cool.
Oh, okay. It's a Korean artist. Fell in love with her deck. I love that.
Nice. I would love to see that. I love art from everywhere.
And deck created by Susan. It is out of print. Pronounced Hoods. Okay, what Jamie said, and what Beth typed out. Robin said, "Can't take decks. We can't take decks for granted. They notice, they misbehave." So, Michelle Marie said, "Dreams of Gaia got us through a lot. Now it's like, yeah, ask later." So, good to know. I'll just need it needs a timeout or a vacation. Yep, timeout. Go sit on the naughty step, or you could put it between my two slabs of selenite that I have.
Oh yeah.
Beth said, in my last move, I uncovered a folder with my writings for the late 70s. I was doing tarot. No recollection of which deck I was using.
Interesting.
Yeah, she needs a vacation. Kaylee said, a few weeks back, I had my first experience with holding a deck and getting full body chills for like an entire minute. Had to breathe through it. Oh, okay. So, Jane Seymour. It was that other guy, not Sean Connery. So, late 70s, Beth, probably the hoi polloi. So, and now it's on my to buy. Don't remember. Jonathan doesn't remember a time he didn't know tarot. So, yeah, here you go. We adore Betsy too. So, Jonathan, let her know that we're talking about her. Good things in my life. So a selenite sandwich, yes.
Absolutely.
Lori Hunsinger is here. Hi, Lori.
Hi,
Good to
Lori.
see you. And okay, so when did you first start to take tarot seriously?
I don't know of a time that I've ever not taken it seriously. So that's kind of like a pass question for me because I don't know really how to answer it other than that.
It was probably 91, which is when
Mhm.
I first started my deep dive into the Robin Wood Tarot.
Mhm.
So, and a friend of mine, Steve, or Photo Steve, as I like to call him, actually, I sent him a postcard or a letter that I was studying this deck, and he transposed it and sent it to me, so I have the document. It was like, ooh, okay.
That's nice.
So, yeah, her ears are probably burning. That's true. So, the Ouija board came into my life before tarot. Interesting. Okay. Cool. Oh, and Beth said it could have been Thoth, Toothy Thoth,
Toothy tothy tothy. Mm-hmm.
Toothy Tothy Tothy. Yep.
Yep.
So, when did you last have a significant tarot experience?
Saturday.
Okay. What would you like to tell us about that?
Nothing. It was significant.
Okay. There you go.
No, most of my answer to this one was because that was the when that I chose to answer. Most significant experiences usually happen on Saturday nights.
Okay.
And you know where I am Saturday nights, so cheers.
I've heard that. I've heard that rumor. Cheers. Everybody sip sip. Oh, I do remember that. Okay. When did I have my last significant tarot experience? Here's one that pops into my mind. It could be because Jeffrey's on the other side of the camera, but when he and I were dating, we bought a tarot deck for our relationship, and we did a reading using that deck at a Mexican restaurant chain, and it was a really powerful reading. It was like, oh, okay, this is very interesting. So, but I've had other things that were similar to that. So,
Nice.
yeah. I think I first took tarot seriously when I first worked as opposed to it just being going a game to play. Yep.
Yeah.
And Jamie, you are a reporter's nightmare. LOL. With a follow-up question, you would just repeat the first answer.
You're welcome.
Welcome to my world, everybody. This is why you're here. And we are answering the hashtag Tarot 5Ws. So
I'm for my car.
Yes. And Angela is here lurking.
Hi there.
And I like it when things like that wave or get shouty. I'm probably oh, and he did start Tom did start with Thoth. Oh, and Jonathan did tell Betsy that we were talking about her. So there you go. So Lori said, I really started serious divination, self-examination with runes when I was 19. Tarot quickly followed. That's pretty impressive. Love that. So this morning I kept getting blown away with the Supra Oracle. It's amazing. I use its companion book. That's cool.
Very cool.
Oh, here you go. When Jane predicted Gerald and Jeffrey's wedding, that was the last significant tarot experience. And you both got different aspects of it. Robin got the environment, and Jane got that we were actually getting married.
Yep.
So, and Jonathan said one JJ Swift at 13 had a cool new age class.
Oh, Swiss.
What did I say?
Swift.
Oh, sorry. My friend's name is Tacos, Tequila, and Tarot.
Nice. I dig
There's,
it.
there's Tequila Tarot on
Mhm.
Instagram, and we'll do pop-up readings. That's fun. Okay. So now we're talking about the where.
Mhm.
And where were you when you did your first serious reading?
Um, yeah, okay. In San Antonio, Texas, in my little music room.
Okay. And were you by yourself or were you with people?
I was by myself. I was
Okay.
16.
You were 16?
Mhm.
Okay. I thought you said you were 60 and I'm like this was a different timeline, wasn't it? I think I was with Trixie when I was using the it's right over there, the Voyager Tarot, and there's a whole self mandala spread in that.
Mhm.
And so we did that, and we were in the zone, and we were
Nice.
really connected. And it's like, holy crap!
I
So
like.
that was probably my first serious thing in rural,
New
rural
Jersey.
New Jersey. So and so oh yeah, and Michelle is like, snap, Jamie. So
Mhm.
um, okay, and all right. Apologies. Funny. Where do you carry out readings and tarot practices now?
Right.
Yeah, because I do private readings. I do personal readings for people. Contact
Mhm.
me to do that, and YouTube or I do them on Zoom, so that's good. I also do my daily readings here,
Mhm.
and so those are great. So yeah,
Mhm.
mostly here. And where do you store your decks?
Are you answering first?
Everywhere around me. um, any place that has room. So,
I have a dresser that's about 5.5 feet long that is part altar, and then it has 6 drawers in which I keep my mom's pen and ink drawings, and then I have one drawer exclusively for decks that I'm currently using,
mhm.
and then I have deck storage behind me, and then on a shelf there, and then shelves over here that are uh, ceiling to floor, shelves that are over here where all my medals are. Um, and then there's a bookcase back there that has them in them as well.
Yeah. Seriously, when I say like anywhere and everywhere,
He's
I mean
serious.
I'm serious.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but and that was certainly before. I mean, I did have a bookshelf where I kept things before my collection exploded. So, and Michelle Marie said tarot tube.
Yeah.
And Lori said, I do tarot everywhere. I have a deck in my car. I have one in my purse. There are
Yeah.
decks all over my house. Yes.
Yep.
Yep. Pamela Batchelor said, my decks are in my cherry wood dresser. I keep tote bags with deck categories currently being summoned.
Nice.
Love it. So, and under the mustache, where the mustache goes, decks follow and are stored. Okay. There you go, Robin. Okay. So, why? So, why do you love tarot?
Because it helps me polish and keep my intuition running. I mean, because meditation does that, sticking my hands in the dirt out there, doing ritual out there. But it helps me keep my intuition and my channels open.
Hmm. I love tarot because it,
Reproductive.
yeah.
Ba-ba.
Oh, I wonder, can I make my,
It's ignoring you.
It's ignoring me. Really? Oh, geez. There you go. Now it works.
Lord.
So why do I love tarot? Because it gives me the answers that I need to hear, especially when I'm willing to listen.
Mm-hmm.
And besides, the artwork is really beautiful in some of these decks. There are some decks that I have just for the artwork, and I'm like, I don't read with this, and it's like, it's and that's the thing about the Thoth. I love the images in the Thoth.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing, and it's beautiful. Unfortunately, somebody told me early on, I'm not going to blame anybody in particular, but some people know that the Thoth was discounted as a legitimate deck, and I'm looking, oh wait a minute, now I'm looking back and I'm looking, you're wrong, Queen, you're wrong,
You're wrong.
you're wrong. So Robin said it's the best companion and guide when you can't turn anywhere else.
Yeah.
So,
I have a really beautiful Korean tarot that I got off of Korean artwork tarot that I got off of Kickstarter that I don't use to read with, but I do sit down and look at all of the art, and it's very soothing and beautiful.
Yes. Jeffrey is outing us. We have almost as many tarot oracle decks as we do fabric. LOL.
And ain't no lie.
It ain't no lie, because trust me, I'm
no
working
lie.
in a sewing studio, and I'm like, we don't need to buy fabric ever.
Oh,
and yeah, it's like, yeah. Pamela said tarot takes me on journey to places I've never traveled to before. It gives me an internal discussion dialogue I was not able to accept without tarot. That's
nice.
powerful. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Beth said, I find the Thoth art to be very aggressive, unsettling to me. Okay. And Michelle Marie said, love that Toadstool Tarot. Got me through my crazy divorce. My intuition was not up to speed, and I needed extra tools and prompts. I didn't read for others until years later. Yep. Yeah. And so okay, yeah. Something it's the Crowley aspect or the Crowley aspect. So
do you know what I like about this? This is what I've always liked about Back and Forth.
What?
We have people with us that are sharing their stories. And for me as a creative writer, that's pretty rad. Thank you for sharing the stories. It's cool.
It's really I mean, that's why I do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So why do you continue to study tarot?
Because I continue to have a fascination. And as long as my fascination is there, and that so recently got the French version of the Arthurian tarot, right? Anatolian. And in that, it's all in French, but in there is a sacred journey prompt for every single card. And as long as I'm on a sacred journey, I do believe that I will continue. Mm-hmm. And I'm pretty sure the sacred journey ends when I die.
Yes.
So there you go.
Mm-hmm. I continue to study tarot because the skills that creators and people have about understanding tarot grows and evolves, and I get really curious about that. I have to say, I mean, was it last year you, Zane, and I were reading the yeah, it's right over there.
The Spirit Keepers.
We studied the Spirit Keepers.
Yeah.
I mean, mind blowing at how much stuff I'm like, oh my gosh. And it reminds me of this idea as I had this discussion with my mother. I was a teenager, and I'm like, why are there so many religions? Shouldn't there? I mean, isn't there just a common theme amongst all of the religions? And Mom said, I don't know, go find out. So I did some studying, and it's like, there you go. And as we understand things and people get more curious instead
Mhm.
of dictatorial, we really, I get curious. So
Yeah.
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 Beth said, I always say the Witch's Tarot and Stevie Nicks got me through my divorce.
Nice. Interesting. I love it.
Robin said, you can stop studying tarot when you no longer learn anything from it. That means never.
Mm.
And Pamela said, well said, Jamie. It continues to be a fascination and continues to be so relevant every day.
Well, yeah. So to kind of piggyback on that, so it's interesting to me because there's always been that discussion about animism and are the cards alive and are they just pieces of paper? What's your thought? And I think just because my creative brain and how much I love story,
Yeah.
they all become this very buzzy, loud conversation, um, cacophony. Ooh, what a
Nice
word.
word.
I dig that. And as long as I keep hearing that buzz and the stories keep coming, which I don't imagine that stops.
Yeah. Lori said, I love all the different facets of tarot. It just keeps evolving for me. I also love how different tarotists bring new things I hadn't thought of. Yep.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
And Beth said, there is a common theme in all religions, which is love.
Mm.
And Robin said, more curious or mercurious?
Mm.
Nice. Yeah.
Choose. Or don't choose, have both.
Yeah. Jeffrey said, why study? Because I don't feel I know everything yet. There's a perspective presented, a new perspective presented all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And just listening to different people read has taught me so much.
Oh yeah.
I agree. And I just thought of something that I'm going to add. I'm going to sing praises for Sadhana from Integrative Healing with Sadhana.
For sure.
I took three classes. I took multiple classes from her. Really opened my eyes to seeing tarot as a story
Mm-hmm.
and telling a story and looking at it visually. And
Mhm.
here I am, a visual artist, studied art in school.
Right.
And to have, I mean, Sadhana did a reading for me, a private reading, and it was mind blowing, the subtleties. It was great.
Yeah.
It was great. So Dee is here. Hi, Dee. The study goes on for me because the more I know, the more there is to know. Something for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And Michelle Marie said, so true, Jeffrey.
Hmm.
When you finally know everything, you're ready to shuffle off this mortal coil. Mm-hmm. This mortal coil, look that up. That's a great band.
Mm-hmm.
So why do you think tarot is important and or helpful? And by the way, this is the last prompt for hashtag tarot 5Ws. Stay tuned because we are mixing it up. So why do you think tarot is important and or helpful?
Well, I kind of answered that earlier. Just because it helps keep me open if I'm looking at it as a personal kind of thing, right? It helps keep my eyes roving and looking and um, looking at the puzzle,
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
Yeah. I think tarot is important because I need something that is going to effectively reflect back to me the energy that I'm putting out there.
Good
Artwork
answer.
does that.
That's a good answer.
Music does that.
Mm-hmm.
Poetry, all of the creative things that are hard to explain, but we experience them.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I think tarot is important. For me, it vibrates that level. So,
Nice. Nice.
and tarot gives me specifically, or
I think specifically would be a
What a
or.
Bible doesn't. Okay.
Yeah.
Tarot is poetry. Yes.
Agree.
And Beth said
Spiritually.
it was spiritually. Thank you. Beth said, I love watching and listening to others read cards. Fascinating and instructional for me. Yes. Well, and I was actually just talking to Petey about that earlier. It's just like good because she asked, why do I like reading with other people?
Yeah.
How do I manage to make it work so well? It's because it's like improv. Yes, and so that's really important. So yes, I agree. I call myself Pogo Blue. It's my own thing. Pugaboo.
Pagaboo. Pagaboo.
Okay. And Michelle Marie, I agree, Beth. My first teacher was a single Black woman who fought like heck for her kiddos. She gave me the self-esteem I needed to get started. Love it.
Nice.
And Pamela said, tarot is the human story. And I can find my way in this human journey through tarot. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And so true, Pamela. And everyone's story is different. It's kind of amazing. Pagan Buddhist.
Right. Pagaboo.
Of course, Jamie was right.
Well, it's like back in the day, I used to call myself a Jewathlic, right? I was raised in a Jewish and a Catholic household, so I was a Jewathlic.
Yeah.
So I get that.
Thank you, Jonathan. Yeah, it's great. With cards and without cards with you and Betsy. Yep. Was that you?
Yeah, it says it's time to stand up. That's what my watch says.
Lori said tarot also really helps me with writer's block. It's the best prompt for writers.
Sure.
Yeah, there's some I actually have over here in my huge pile of books, the Tarot for Writers, which is by Ben Kenner.
Same here.
Yep. Okay, so because we've done the Tarot 5Ws created by
Brian Cormac Carr,
and because it's back and forth with Jamie and Gerald, we're adding another one. And the next part of is the how. Now, that being said, I didn't write any prompts. I thought, let's just riff off of this and go. I think there's been some things around like how do you tarot and all of that stuff. But so how? She's looking at me like, I don't know, Gerald. You brought it. Well, how do you tarot?
How? I knew this was going to happen because we didn't think about.
Oh, wait a minute. Do I have? Yeah.
How?
How? Okay, wait a minute. I probably have something to help with this.
I'm going to take a drink.
Yeah, here you go. This section of the video is brought to you by the word intrigue. Everyone say it with me. Intrigue. Intrigue. The practice of engaging in secret schemes. Are you intrigued? Like, share, and subscribe to our channels to find out more. Intrigue.
Okay, got an answer.
Okay.
How? Any way I can. In a park, by the beach, sitting on the floor. Lots of candles. No candles. In my chair out there. In my study. Under my desk. At work. In my car. Is that good?
That's brilliant. That's brilliant.
Thanks.
Pamela said we can find our own stories. They're only to find. We are the same stories coexisting at all the same time, and how?
Yeah.
Um, and that is the big question.
Yeah.
And
Gerald.
what
Jeffrey.
what do you do now? How does tarot fit into your daily routine?
The one below it.
In a box with a fan.
A fox.
Box. I can't see these things. These are hilarious. With a fox in a box wearing socks.
Sometimes.
And sometimes in Meggings.
Well, I don't wear Meggings. You do.
Well, yeah. Jeffrey, we pull cards for the day in the AM and reflect on the result before bedtime.
Mm.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, sounds like a Dr. Seuss book. In the rain on a train?
Yeah, why not?
I mean,
like it.
Just stay tuned, people. We could totally do this.
All right, now you answer the question, silly.
All right, well, wait a minute before all of these things go. Whilst Jamie thinks, what is on your coffee cup, Gerald?
That's Henry, isn't it?
It is Henry. It is by the creator of the Radical Abundance, telling tarot stashes there, purchase responsibly, know your limits. It's a Henry.com. Yeah. They have stuff. And I added the eyeballs.
Yes. The eyeballs
because everything is better with googly eyes.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Robin said, I found a new howl last week. I read 3 open majors from the Marseille and pair them with 3 minors pips. It's a fun new practice for me, a way to learn pips. I love that.
That's nice.
So, getting caught up because
in the rain on a train with green eggs and ham in a box with a fan in the sand. Tarot poetry right there, baby.
Best chatters.
I heard the chuckle.
Yeah, you all heard the chuckle. Best chatters. This is exactly why we wanted to do this live. Mm-hmm. So with a can.
With a cat in a hat.
There you go. I mean, and of course, with all due respect to Dr. Seuss and Dr. Seuss's legacy. So, oh my gosh. Okay, so how? Regularly. I think that's actually really important because when I connect with the tarot regularly, it's easier and I feel those connections sooner rather than later.
Mm-hmm.
So, I also, how does it fit into my daily routine is I do a 3-card reading every day. It works best when I do it first thing in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So, and when I don't, something is off. Intrigue within the cards they'd seek. Gerald and Jamie, friendships at its peak. Tarot's mystic whispers, secrets untold, in their hands, a future story to unfold. Dang.
Love it, but my goodness.
Love it. If you don't read tarot regularly, you get constipated. Well, you get something. Jeffrey said, how do you read for others? As often as possible. And actually, this is a good question because one of the things by Kaylee, Kaylee's head now. One of the things that I like to do when I do a reading for somebody is I like to start with a Celtic cross just to get a feel for what's going on. And then I answer their questions in depth. It works very well that way.
Nice.
So, and Jeffrey's
I really like that.
Which one?
The intrigue within the cards they'd seek. I think that's cool.
Oh, I have it starred. We're totally writing that down.
Yeah, that's right.
So, Jeffrey's other question is how often do you read? at least once a day.
all the time. Yeah. Hmm.
So
It depends on my schedule, but for sure twice a week.
yes, there you go. There you go. Do it a little, but often. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's sort of like microdosing, isn't it? It's the idea of is you do a little bit all of the time and that builds up.
Right.
Pamela said, I have different studies, adventures going on. So I always have some tarot engagements every day. That's great. So, well, and I am, let's face it, I do a lot of stuff on YouTube, and much of it is specifically tarot related, but not all of it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
it
Right.
works great. It
Yeah.
works great. So, well, we've answered the how. So if you want to do the how, that's great. If you don't, that's great
That's
too.
great too.
Yeah, we both said it. That's great too.
That's great too.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So Thursday, Jamie and I are having a thankful episode
Mm-hmm.
because
That's how we started.
Yes. Oh my God.
Thankfully.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thankfully.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And that's on Thursday. And then overly complicated readings with Chris on Thursday at 4 Eastern, 9 GMT. And that one we're doing readings for. And I appreciate Chris being willing to join me for that.
He's a good one for that. I mean, I don't think that you've had anybody that you've ever read with anybody that isn't good for that, but I think that Chris is going to be phenomenal.
Chris, but Jeffrey and I both, and Chris isn't here, so that's okay. We can say it.
Doesn't matter.
But Jeffrey and I both get a lot out of the way Chris approaches tarot, because he really pays close attention to numerology, and he has some understandings about the cards that are different than mine.
Yeah,
equally
man.
as important. Yeah, he is a details person. So,
I like that.
Look, Terry at Holding Your Space Tarot, Holding Your Space is here.
Hi.
And I'm on with Terry next week.
Yay.
There you go. It's really wonderful to have you on YouTube, Gerald. Thank you. Thank you. And yes, Chris really has his own unique way to read, and it's awesome. Well, and I've had actually Chris do a couple of roundtable readings for me where he has us on live, and he actually has read for me. I've had him do that 3 times, and I'm like, should I do a 4th time? And he's like, sure, if you want. But I'm like, I don't want to be that guy.
That guy.
So, but it's really insightful. So if you are a reader, and we've said this before, one of the ways to expand your knowledge is to watch people read and really pay attention to them, because part of it is I've not seen that card looked at before that way. And I've also done it is I don't agree with that perception of that card. And then I take it a step further and go, how would I say that? And it forces me to think it through. So yeah. There you go. Chris is amazing. He was in a couple of classes with me, and I learned a lot from him, from sharing his practice. Yep. And every single person who's watching this, looking at you, you have a lot to offer too, and because you bring your own perspective, and you do it however the hell you want. So, Robin said, I think maybe the only place I don't read tarot is while I'm walking. I don't want to trip and lose my cards. Any place else is a go. So
nice.
Yeah, and so much of the card interpretation has to do with the artist rendition and the position and the question. So, all right.
Thanks, Brian.
Yes. Thank you, Brian. Everybody go over and see this. If you look at Brian's links are below, go over there and comment on his and say, Gerald and Jamie sent me, you know, tarot stash. I'm joking. I mean, Brian's so busy. So, and Jeffrey's like, great insights. Yes, because we have the best chatters.
Mm-hmm.
And I woke up a couple of mornings recently where I was doing tarot in my dreams. Ooh, that's cool. That's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
So, and very thought provoking. Oh, so your channel will be the Friendsgiving this Thursday, Gerald? It'll be a thankful, sure, because I'm going to be here. So my family is doing stuff on Saturday. So, and maybe I can actually, because I don't have anything planned for tomorrow, maybe I'll actually have stuff done for the quilt that I'm making, and I could share a little bit of progress. So.
Yeah, cool.
All right, thank you, everybody. Seriously, give it a thumbs up, do all that stuff. Go over and say hi to Brian. Tell him thank you. And Brian has in there that if you're not a content creator, it's definitely leave your 5 Ys and the 6th H. So, you know, leave that in the comments. So it's perfect. So,
yeah, it's awesome.
Yes. Okay. So shall we go?
We shall go.
We shall go. All right. Bye, everybody.